Have you ever been absolutely sure something happened a certain way only to find out you were wrong? Imagine millions of people sharing the same false memory, convinced of a reality that doesn't exist. Welcome to the world of the Mandela Effect, a strange, fascinating phenomenon where collective memories don't match up with historical facts, making us question the very nature of reality. Named after Nelson Mandela, who many falsely remembered dying in prison in the 1980s, this effect exposes how fragile and malleable our memories really are. But it's more than just a curious quirk of the mind. The Mandela Effect opens a window into the complex ways our brains construct reality, the influence of social forces, and the deep psychological mechanisms that shape what we believe to be true. In this video, we'll explore the Mandela Effect in depth, uncovering its most famous examples, the psychology and neuroscience behind it, and the powerful lessons it holds for mental clarity and personal growth. Prepare to challenge your assumptions and discover how your mind can both deceive and empower you in this bewildering world of memories and illusions. Stay tuned, because what you're about to learn could change how you see yourself and the world forever. The Mandela Effect is a fascinating phenomenon where a large group of people remember something differently from how it actually occurred. It's named after Nelson Mandela because many people wrongly remembered him dying in prison in the 1980s, even though he was released and lived until 2013. This collective false memory challenges our understanding of how memory works and raises questions about the reliability of our minds. How can so many people share the same incorrect memory? At its core, the Mandela Effect reveals that memory is not a perfect recording of events, but a reconstructive process. Our brains piece together memories based on fragments, context, and expectations, sometimes filling in gaps inaccurately. These false memories can be surprisingly vivid and emotionally charged, making them undeniably undeniably real. The Mandela Effect isn't just about individual errors. It's about how social, cultural, and psychological factors shape shared beliefs. Media, conversations, and social reinforcement can all contribute to the spread and solidification of false memories across communities. Understanding the Mandela Effect means recognizing that our memories are influenced by both our inner cognition and the world around us, making our perception of reality fluid and sometimes deceptive. In the next section, we'll examine some of the most famous Mandela Effect examples that have puzzled millions, sparking debate and curiosity worldwide. The Mandela Effect has captured the attention of millions worldwide thanks to striking examples that challenge our shared memories. These examples reveal how even the most basic facts and iconic moments can be collectively misremembered. One of the most popular examples is the Berenstain Bears, a controversy. Many remember the beloved children's book series spelled as Berenstain, with an ein ending, but the correct spelling is Berenstain with ein. Despite overwhelming proof, countless people insist on their original memory. Another famous instance is the line from Star Wars. Many recall Darth Vader's iconic phrase as Luke, "I am your father." But the actual line is simply, "No, I am your father." This subtle difference has caused heated debates among fans, fueling the Mandela Effect mystique. Then there's the classic Monopoly man, who many believe wears a monocle, yet he never has. This small detail reveals how our brains fill in missing information based on stereotypes or assumptions. The spelling of Febres is often misremembered as Febres, adding an extra E. Likewise, the location of New Zealand on maps is often confused or shifted in people's memories. Even famous logos and brand names fall victim, like the Ford logo, where some insist the F has a distinct curl that doesn't exist. These examples show how the Mandela Effect isn't limited to obscure facts, but permeates popular culture and daily life, illustrating the fragility and malleability of memory. This collective misremembering is more than coincidence. It's a window into how our minds construct reality together, influenced by culture, media, and social interaction. Next, we'll dive into the psychological mechanisms behind false memories, why our brains are so prone to these collective errors. Memory is not a perfect snapshot of reality. Instead, it is a reconstructive process, constantly shaped and reshaped each time we recall an event. This fluid nature of memory is the root cause of the Mandela Effect, the phenomenon where groups of people share the same false memories. One key psychological factor behind false memories is suggestibility. Our brains are highly influenced by the information we receive from others, the media, and our environment. When we hear a certain version of a story repeatedly, our memories adapt and align with that narrative, even if it's inaccurate. Another factor is confirmation bias. We tend to notice and remember information that supports our existing beliefs, reinforcing incorrect memories while ignoring contradictory evidence. The brain also fills in gaps with plausible details to make memories feel complete, sometimes inventing or altering facts without conscious awareness. Emotions play a powerful role too. Memories tied to strong feelings are more vivid but also more prone to distortion, as emotional intensity can alter how events are encoded and recalled. Social dynamics amplify these effects. When many people share the same incorrect memory, it creates a feedback loop of reinforcement, strengthening the belief and making it resistant to correction. Understanding these psychological processes not only explains why false memories occur, but also empowers us to approach our memories and those of others with greater humility and curiosity. In the next section, we'll explore the dark psychology behind mass beliefs and social influence, how group dynamics can manipulate collective memory and perception. Human beings are social creatures, wired to connect, conform, and find safety in numbers. But this powerful drive for social belonging can also make us vulnerable to manipulation, distortion, and the spread of false beliefs. The Mandela Effect is a prime example of how mass beliefs form and solidify, even when they conflict with objective reality. From a dark psychology perspective, groupthink and social influence shape not only what we believe, but how we interpret and remember events. When a false memory is repeated across social media, conversations, or communities, it gains momentum, becoming a shared truth, despite being inaccurate. This process is fueled by confirmation bias on a collective scale. People seek out others who share their memories, reinforcing group identity and deepening conviction. Furthermore, authority bias and repetition play roles. When trusted figures or widely circulated sources echo false information, it becomes even harder to challenge. The emotional impact of belonging or exclusion also motivates people to hold onto group beliefs, even against evidence. Questioning the group can feel like betraying a community. Understanding this dark psychological interplay is critical. It highlights how easily our collective memory can be shaped, exploited, or distorted, sometimes intentionally, sometimes unconsciously. For anyone seeking success and personal growth, awareness of these influences is essential. It empowers you to question narratives, seek diverse perspectives, and resist herd mentality. Next, we'll explore the neuroscience behind memory and how our brains edit and rewrite our past. Memory is not a static recording, but a dynamic, ever-changing process. Neuroscience reveals that each time we recall a memory, our brain actively reconstructs it, sometimes altering, strengthening, or even erasing parts of it. This process, called memory reconsolidation, means that memories are malleable. They can be influenced by new information, emotions, or social context, leading to inaccuracies or distortions. Key brain regions involved include the hippocampus, crucial for forming memories, and the prefrontal cortex, which helps in organizing and interpreting these memories. When memories are recalled, they become temporarily unstable, open to change. This vulnerability is why repeated retelling, suggestions, or emotional influences can modify memories. This explains why many people can sincerely remember events differently. It's not intentional deception, but a biological process of editing past experiences. The brain's goal is not perfect accuracy, but useful meaning making. Memories are shaped to support our sense of identity, emotional well-being, and decision-making. Understanding this neuroscience gives us compassion for ourselves and others when memories clash. It also encourages healthy skepticism and openness to alternative perspectives. In the next section, we will hear real-life stories of when memories conflict with reality, showing the human side of this complex phenomenon. The Mandela Effect isn't just a theory, it's a lived experience for millions, filled with moments where memories sharply contradict reality, sparking confusion, frustration, and wonder. Take the story of Lisa, who vividly remembered the Monopoly man wearing a monocle. She grew up seeing him this way, only to discover the iconic character never actually had one. The clash between her clear memory and reality left her questioning how her mind could be so wrong. Then there's Mark, who recalled the famous line from Star Wars as Luke, "I am your father." His certainty was so strong that when he watched the movie again, hearing the correct line, "No, I am your father," felt like a surreal shock, shaking his trust in memory. Millions share similar experiences, whether with brand names, logos, movie lines, or historical events, their memories vivid yet inconsistent with fact. These stories reveal not only the mystery of memory, but also the human need for certainty and understanding. When memories clash, it challenges our sense of reality and identity. But these experiences also spark curiosity and critical thinking. They invite us to explore how our minds work, how we construct our personal narratives, and how we can navigate uncertainty. For those on a path of personal growth, these stories teach resilience, the ability to hold space for doubt without losing confidence, and to embrace new information without fear. In the next section, we'll discuss how awareness of the Mandela Effect can become a success strategy for mental clarity and informed decision-making. Understanding the Mandela Effect offers more than just curiosity. It provides practical tools for enhancing mental clarity and decision-making. First, cultivate awareness that memory is fallible. Recognizing that your mind can misremember empowers you to approach your thoughts critically, reducing blind spots and cognitive errors. Second, develop a habit of fact-checking. In today's information-rich world, verifying facts before forming conclusions strengthens your judgment and protects you from misinformation. Third, embrace intellectual humility, the willingness to admit when you're wrong or uncertain. This mindset fosters learning and flexibility, essential traits for success. Fourth, surround yourself with diverse perspectives. Engaging with different viewpoints challenges confirmation bias and broadens your understanding. Fifth, practice mindfulness to stay grounded in the present moment. Mindfulness improves focus and reduces mental noise, helping you discern fact from fiction. Sixth, engage in critical thinking exercises that sharpen your reasoning skills and help you analyze information more effectively. Seventh, be cautious with social influence. Social proof can mislead, so make independent judgments rather than following the crowd blindly. Finally, use the Mandela Effect as a reminder that your perception shapes your reality, and by refining your mental filters, you can improve both your mindset and your life outcomes. Next, we'll explore how embracing uncertainty and mental flexibility can promote personal growth and resilience. Life is full of uncertainties, and our memories, the foundation of our reality, are no exception. The Mandela Effect reminds us that even our most cherished memories can be unreliable. But instead of fearing this uncertainty, personal growth invites us to embrace it. Embracing uncertainty means accepting that we do not have all the answers and that our perceptions may change with new information. This acceptance frees us from rigid thinking and opens us to continuous learning and adaptation. Building resilience in the face of uncertainty requires cultivating emotional strength. When memories clash with reality, it can trigger doubt, frustration, or anxiety. Developing resilience helps us navigate these emotions without losing confidence or motivation. Practicing mindfulness can ground us in the present, reducing anxiety about the past or future. Reflecting on our experiences with curiosity rather than judgment nurtures a growth mindset. Surrounding ourselves with supportive, open-minded communities encourages exploration and validation, fostering psychological safety. Remember, resilience is not about being unaffected by challenges, but about bouncing back stronger and wiser. By embracing uncertainty and building resilience, you transform the Mandela Effect from a source of confusion into an opportunity for self-discovery and empowerment. Next, we'll conclude our journey with a reflection on mastering your mind in a world of illusion. As we wrap up our deep dive into the Mandela Effect, we are left with a profound understanding. Our minds are powerful architects of reality, yet they can be deceived, misled, and reshaped by countless influences. The Mandela Effect teaches us that memory is not infallible but malleable, influenced by perception, social context, and cognitive biases. This revelation challenges us to question our assumptions and embrace humility in what we believe to be true. But mastering your mind means more than recognizing illusions. It means developing the clarity, flexibility, and strength to navigate uncertainty with confidence. By cultivating awareness, critical thinking, and emotional resilience, you become the author of your reality rather than a passive witness to false narratives. This mastery unlocks personal growth, creativity, and success, transforming confusion into clarity and doubt into empowerment. Remember, in a world full of illusions, your greatest power lies in your ability to question, learn, and adapt. Thank you for joining me on this journey. May it inspire you to embrace the mysteries of your mind and live a life rich with insight, curiosity, and purpose.